Up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we're gonna talk about this solo interest is just plummeting right now. It is crazy to watch. I did upload my thumbnail and then it dropped another percent, so now it's down to 68%. It is currently storming very bad here in Florida, so tell me if there's any issues with the stream quality, but right now it's raining pretty hard. It actually just slowed down for a few minutes, but we're expecting some bad thunderstorms throughout the night, so just keep me posted on the quality of the stream. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm just here for Droid Rights. Yes, storms raging here in Tampa. Why is Gamora? Who is Gamora? Where is Gamora? Soycott, hashtag Soycott. Sup, here comes Jabba's Revenge. This is a good day. Solo is sending a message. Sunny day in Canada, Droids Rights. Your face looks great, top quality. Well, there must be something wrong if my face looks great. Geeks and Gamers Squad, Avengers of the Star Wars fans, that's right. Let's see. What do I think the solo audience score will be? I'm anticipating it to be around the 60-50% range. Can it hit Last Jedi range? It might. It might. I'm sexually attracted to droids too. Oh man, it's such a mess with everything going on. I don't really understand why they think it's going to work. Merry Christmas. Yes, this is a Christmas cup. This is from Nukes. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Nukes. Nukes is an amazing place to eat. I know they're here in Florida. I've seen them as far north as Huntsville, Alabama. I've seen them in Mississippi. So if you're familiar with Nukes, or if you've seen a Nukes, go for it. So, let's see here. Yeah, it's down to 68% now. It's crazy. This is crazy. Just watching it. Your monitor shut off? Did it? Are we having? Does everybody still see me? Because I can see myself. Let me see here. Like I said, we're having some issues here with the weather, so I don't know what it's going to do to the quality of my stream. So keep me posted, everyone. Everybody sees me? Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and turn the stream on my phone so I can see everything here. I appreciate you guys showing up. Like I said, I know a lot of you have told me that you're not getting notifications for our videos, so I will start tweeting out the videos every time on Twitter, on my personal Twitter. So just like I said, follow me on D-Day Cobra, at D-Day Cobra. Also check out my personal channel where I just show you where I'm going to get pizza. That was my most recent video where I had to record that I went to get pizza after last night's live stream. Just because, hey, whatever, you know. Alright, let's get to some questions. And I actually have a few things over here I want to show off. This is how I used to get the ladies. I would show them my Super Mario Kart in the box from Super Nintendo in a little plastic covered case. Is that not sexy right there? Is that not sexy? How sexy is that? That's how you get the girls right there. You have to have a Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart in the box. It even has the instruction manual. Kids, I know you don't know what those are, but the instruction manual was awesome, and it's cool to have them. Have a bad day at work. This stream is cheering me up. That's Alan Hardsty. Well, Alan, I'm sorry to hear you had a bad day at work, so I'm hoping we can bring you any kind of joy in this stream. So cheer up, buddy. We're here for you. Yes, Lando is a pansexual. I did a video on that, and it's absolute nonsense. They're going to continue shoving their SJW politics as long as Star Wars is successful, so we have to make a stand as individuals. Couple of games I wanted to show. So how many of you remember this beauty right here? How many of you remember this? I don't care if this game sucked. It scared the hell out of me when I was younger, and Jason, I would walk into the room in the house where Jason was. This would scare the hell out of me. So, yes. Yes, Mario Kart with 4 friends on a big screen TV is the most fun you can have, no doubt. If you've never played Friday the 13th and you play it now, at this point in time, you're probably going to be bored to death. But when it was the thing, when it was in its prime, it was a cool game, man. It was cool. Now, here's another one that people were discussing yesterday, Spy Hunter for the NES. Anybody remember Spy Hunter? Yes, I do play Battlefront 2. I have Battlefront 2 Old School, and I have the new Battlefront 2. So Old School, Spy Hunter right here. This game was so great. So great. Then you all better love this game. If you don't love this game, you need to leave the stream immediately, okay? If you do not appreciate and love this game, you have to leave the stream, okay? Deal? Deal? Okay. Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. Tell me this wasn't greatness right here. This was true greatness, okay? Classics. Yes, okay. You guys know what's going on. You guys know what's going on. Okay. The chat is blowing up with that. So keep me posted on this Rotten Tomatoes want to see score, because before I even uploaded, after I took the thumbnail for my, or the screenshot for my thumbnail, it was at 69%. Now it's down to 68%. This thing is dropping faster than the Titanic. It's crazy. So it's still at 68% right now, and I love. Let's see. Why aren't I in line for Deadpool 2? Wait. Why aren't I in line for Deadpool 2? I'm going to go see that tomorrow, probably. I just haven't. I've been so busy. So busy. So, again, I'm not the biggest Deadpool guy. But is that out tonight, or is that out next week? I thought that was out next week. I'm so behind on everything. When you stay as busy as I do, my goodness, man. No original Nintendo? What do you mean? I'm showing original NES games right now. Well, I have a Super Nintendo and an original Nintendo, but I'm showing off Nintendo games now, right there. Who loves that one? Who loves that one? I'm waiting for the first person to freak out over some Excite Bike. Excite Bike is greatness. Awesome game. There we go. Justin Sorby. Super Star Wars is, man, Super Star Wars is so hard on the Super Nintendo. Those games were impossible. They were so hard, and that's why I love them so much. What's the Rotten Tomatoes score for Solo? Currently it is, hang on and I'll tell you, I'm going to pull it up. Currently we're looking at a 71%, but the top critics is down to 66%. So top critics is at 66%. So again, those are the people that are not necessarily going to feel scared to go against the Disney film, because they're kind of they're made men and women at this point. So it just, man, this thing is trending down, and the so the want to see is back up to 69%. So it moved back up. Nope, it's 68. Never mind, I just refreshed. So down to 68%. That thing has dropped 20 points in just a few days. That's how much interest is dropping. Unbelievable. Jeez, man. My dogs are barking in the living room, so I apologize. Again, any issues with the rain, because it's raining pretty hard outside right now, so as long as this stream doesn't get affected, I won't worry about it. Yes, I do remember the ET game on Atari. That's from Fire KTN, and you're always in the chat, so I appreciate you. So hang on just a minute. Let me tell them to hush my dog up. Hang on. All right, sorry about that. The dogs are excited. The rain has got them freaked out. So, yes, they do. They do love to bark. Some people have asked me, does Leia not bark? Because they always see her on the live stream really calm. Leia is insane. She is an insane animal. I'm going to try to record this at some point. I won't put it on the Geeks and Gamers channel. I have to put it on my personal channel. But she freaks out over the Breaking Bad scene when Walt shows up with the pizza and Skylar won't let him in. Well, she watches that scene, and whenever Walt throws the pizza, Leia jumps off the couch and starts barking at the TV every single time. So, it's crazy. She's insane. So, yes, they are loud. So, all right. So, raise of hands in the chat, or just say yes or no. Are you going to see Solo opening weekend? Yes or no? I want to know. Yes or no? No. No, 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 no. Good God. No, 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 no. God. Wow. That's a lot of no's. That's a lot of no's. There's a couple of yeses. I saw a yes somewhere in there. That's a lot of no's, though. Woo! Disney has pissed off the crowd. They have pissed the fan base off. So there's 2 yeses so far, 3 yeses, I think, and a whole bunch of no's. So yeah, there's somebody from Alabama. Roll Tide if you're from Alabama. My goodness. I deleted my yes. Alright, so you guys got any questions for me? Let's toss some questions my way. Let's see if we can get this thing moving. So, I don't know how long this weather is going to allow me to stream. So, Orlando in the house, that's what I'm talking about. Disney World, that's what I'm talking about. And Universal. They're building a Nintendo land at Universal right now, which is sick. Someone from Texas, Canada. Let's see. Have I seen the Star Wars parodies by... I can't pronounce that word, but no, I have not seen those parodies. Do I think Emilia Clarke is the main character? No, I think Lando might be the main character. Of course, I know the general spoilers. I don't know the general layout of the movie. But I think that they're going to put a lot of emphasis on Lando because, look, here's what they want to do. Because you just heard them say it. Lando is pansexual, which I had to look that up. I didn't know what that meant. It basically means bisexual, but they're trying to put these SJW terminologies on things now, which whatever. I'm telling you what they want. They want Solo to be successful. They want, obviously, Donald Glover's Lando to become the new standard Lando, and then they want to make that Solo film with Lando so they can push him into this bisexual Solo film. That's exactly what they want. So that's what's at stake right now with trying to hope that Solo is not successful, because if it is, you're getting your Lando film, and you're getting the bisexual Lando that they obviously want to shove down all of our throats. No pun intended. So, all right, let me go back to, I missed a super chat. Let me see if I can find it. The Star Wars fanboy. Star Wars fanboy, by the way, you're always in the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It makes these super chats just that much better, but you all make it better regardless if you're in the super chat or not. So, Jeremy, have you seen Costas Han Solo fan film? I have not. So if you want to shoot that to me on an email or Twitter, because there's no way I'm going to find it in these comments, that would be great. So, Lord Paulus Corbris, thank you. Sorry about that. Thank you for the super chat, sir. Maybe Kathleen Kennedy will go to the highway, that glorified secretary that don't really care or understand Star Wars mythos. Ask her about anything concrete Star Wars, and her response is that it's none to give. Exactly. I mean, that we've said that before. We've said that before, that when she does interviews, like when you see an interview with Kevin Feige and you talk to Kevin Feige about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he gives detailed answers and he gives context and substance. When you talk to her, it's always these vague generalizations about the agendas, not specific stuff about the universe or the mythology. So it's clear the woman has no idea what she's doing. The Pee-wee, hope you get an invite to the High Council. Thank you for the super chat. I have been invited to the High Council. I just was not available, and like I've said many times, my schedule stays so busy with running Geeks and Gamers and having a family, and the way I operate is I'm always just kind of moving and doing things. The one time that Ethan hit me up last week, I believe, and I was not home. But yeah, if we can make it work with our schedules, I would be happy to join those guys. Billy Ritchie, you know, that's a good idea. I might interview Diversity in Comics. That might be the best way to get the message out there instead of me trying to do this video that I've been working on, because that's probably the best way to do it. So I may reach out to him, because if anything, I can get Ethan to get me in contact with him. So Merry Christmas. Yes, I have my Christmas cup. Everybody's noticing my Christmas cup. All right, let's see here. So Solo is supposed to suck. I don't necessarily, like I said, I always thought that it might be pretty good, but the more details we find out about it, it sounds like it's not going to be good. Jeremy Johns just really ripped it apart on his review, and pretty much all of the reviews are very bad. even the good reviews, it sounds like these people are reaching, trying to justify something that has no justification. That's what it feels like to me. No, it's not eggnog. It's actually apple juice in my Christmas cup. All right, let's see. Lando screws soybeans. Pancake says, what do you think the reshoots put the Solo budget at? That's a great question. I don't want to speculate because I don't know. Jago Fett says, good night, Jeremy. And to all y'all other people, good night, Jago Fett. I don't really know what the budget, it's definitely inflated the budget with all of the reshoots, because I think they said Ron Howard reshot like 70 to 80% of the film. So there's so many problems with this movie right now. And I can't imagine that. I mean, a normal big budget Hollywood film is usually in that $150 to $200 million range. And so then you have to double that to make it with all of the advertising costs. And you have to say with this, and again, I'm just throwing things against the wall. I would anticipate that it probably bumped it up another 100, maybe 150 million. So this film may need to break 600 just to break even, which is insane. So we're talking like a massive budget now. There's so many problems with this movie from the beginning to the point where we're at now. So many problems with this movie. So yours truly, thank you for the super chat. You're always here in the super chat. I appreciate you so much. Let me find it now. Man, these comments are flying by. Let's see. Someone said to me that Thanos was less sympathetic than Killmonger. How do I respond to this? And can I have some apple juice? Here you go. Here's some apple juice for you right here, sir. Go ahead and drink it up. I don't know. That's a good question. I think they were both sympathetic, and you could both relate to both of them in one way or the other. But I think Thanos was definitely more sympathetic by far than Killmonger. And without going into spoilers, because I know a lot of, Jesse dropped a spoiler on the Firefly video earlier, but she did give a spoiler warning. But I don't want to get into spoilers on this because it's just going to open up all types of stuff in the comments. So I'll just say that there's an obvious moment in Avengers Infinity War where you definitely see firsthand Thanos' compassion and his sympathy and his humanity, if you want to call it that. And it moved me for several different reasons, but so I thought it was great. And that's why I think Thanos is one of the great villains, because unlike Vader in the first two, in A New Hope and Empire, unlike the Joker in The Dark Knight, which I still have above Thanos, Thanos has a complete arc. And it's incredible, and you get to witness every emotion with this character as a villain, and I think he is phenomenal. I think he is one of the great villains of all time. So, R. Kelly, are you going to MegaCon in Orlando? I am not planning on it, but when is MegaCon? And if I can find an excuse to go to Orlando, I'm always willing to go down there. So I'll look into that afterwards. You don't have to, if you drop the date, I probably won't see it in these comments. So Star Wars fanboy, okay, thank you for the recognition. I love that you tried to read as much of the standard comments. You are by far one of my favorite YouTubers. What is your email? Pansexual Lando. You can hit me at jeremy@geeksandgamers.com. jeremy@geeksandgamers.com. Let's see here. Kathleen Kennedy is the greatest villain of all time. That's something I can't even argue at this point. So now the Force is pansexual. Yeah, we'll probably get those t-shirts soon. I hope everybody's looking forward to that. Jeez. All right. What's up, Jeremy? It's pronounced Doc. Okay, I remember that because yesterday I think I said Doke, so my apologies. But see, I remember these things. I try to remember everything. I don't remember everything, but at least the attempt is there, and you know I'm trying. So, So is there rumors that I guess Lando might be hooking up with this female droid? Is that what's going around now? Oh my God. Have we really reached that point in Star Wars where that's going on? Oh boy, oh boy. This is why SJWs ruin everything. Literally. They literally ruin everything. It's absolutely crazy. They are a disease, and they just want to infiltrate anything and everything. And the moment they put their disease inside of something, they move on, they let that thing die, and they move on to something else. That is what social justice warriors do, and I'm just sick of them. I'm sick of them. Hi, Jeremy. Greetings from Germany. That is amazing. That is Karsten Nastful, I think. Nastfulb, something like that. Trying, but thank you. That's great that you're watching from Germany. So many of these comments are getting flagged by YouTube. I'm trying to approve them. Merry Christmas again. Germany, I'm in New Zealand. That's great. The chat is getting steamy. From Denmark. That's amazing. Thoughts on the Minnesota Twins, Jeremy? I don't follow baseball anymore. My knowledge of the Minnesota Twins is Kirby Puckett. That's how long ago I followed baseball. I followed baseball during the steroid era. So if they ever bring baseball back, or if they ever bring steroids back to baseball, I'll watch. But I used to watch back in the Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Ken Griffey Jr., Sammy Sosa, all that. That's when baseball was so fun to me. So, let's see. Yours truly says the Force is like Rose Tico. It has no personality. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. What's my take on the Baltimore Ravens? I think the Baltimore Ravens overpaid for Joe Flacco a few years ago, and anytime you overpay for a quarterback like that, you're definitely going to hinder your team moving forward, and that's exactly what they did. I think Joe Flacco's a good quarterback, but he's definitely not a top-tier quarterback, and that's why the Patriots remain so great, because Tom Brady is consistently always taking pay cuts, and he's like a bottom 15 usually in the pay scale, so that allows New England to do so many personnel changes. But when you have a quarterback like Joe Flacco, who's, I don't know, barely top 10 maybe, and taking these massive this massive contract, it's going to hinder the team to sign any other great free agents. So alrighty. Urching, thank you for the super chat. SJWs are parasites that infect a host, feed upon the host, then move on into the next host once current host is dead. 100% agree with you. You are 1000% spot on. You couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better. So, Thanos versus Rey, who wins? Obviously Rey. I mean, of course, Rey cannot be defeated by anyone. Rey is the GOAT, the greatest of all time, if we are listening to Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy. Hell, she beat Luke Skywalker. So, hey, Jeremy, at least they didn't have to pay a $50 million for the last-minute mustache removal. I still can't believe Justice League did that. I still can't believe it. So, Seahawk fan here. We have the same complaints against quarterback Russell Wilson. Yep, Russell Wilson took that big contract. I like Russell Wilson. I think he's a great guy. He's not like an elite quarterback. He's a solid quarterback, but you take an elite contract and you're hindering the rest of the team. So when Russell Wilson was going through his rise, you had people like Richard Sherman and all these studs on defense. But then he got his contract and you couldn't pay all these other guys. And now what do you have? So let's see. Man, there's so many. I'm trying to get some non-super chat for a few minutes. Even though obviously the super chats help, it's wonderful to get the super chats, but I want to recognize the rest of you guys too, because I appreciate all of you. So I just don't want it to be a situation where I'm only acknowledging super chats. So, oh my gosh, a Cad Bane movie. Again, everything I say is prefaced by the fact that Kathleen Kennedy's not involved. But I would kick ass for a Cad Bane solo film. Yes, Cad Bane Star Wars anthology. I think Cad Bane is amazing. Cad Bane over Boba Fett for me all day long. Love Cad Bane. Love him. Let's see. We got some Packer fans in here. I love how our live streams just go all over the place. We'll talk about Star Wars, we'll talk about pizza, we'll talk about Nintendo games. As a matter of fact, how about this one, guys? How about that one right there? We'll talk about Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. That is true greatness right there. Never beat that game. Still haven't beat Mike Tyson to this day. Let me go back. I know I missed a super chat earlier. So that's Bruno Vios in Clodo. I think that's how you say it. So Mustafa is apparently a hotspot for S&M Sith Lords. You can't beat Glass Joe, Ty. Come on. You can't beat Glass Joe. Come on. Cad Bane, Bruce Willis. Ah, man, I've never even thought about who could play a Cad Bane. Man, that's a good question, actually. Who do you guys think should play Cad Bane if they did a live-action film of Cad Bane? God, I'm serious. That would be. I've never really thought about a Cad Bane live-action film. I would take a Cad Bane live-action film over Boba Fett any day. Any day. First of all, that brings us back to this prequel era that I love so much. And it's just, man, a Cad Bane would be great. I'll get back to who you guys think. Okay, so Micah Mathis, first of all, thank you for the super chat, sir. Merry Christmas, at least because that's what people keep saying because of my cup. Hey, Jeremy, loving what you're doing. What are your thoughts on Venom and the new Jurassic World? So Venom, I did a reaction to the trailer. I'm a big Tom Hardy fan. I think Tom Hardy's incredible. I'll go see anything with him. Venom looks okay at best. I'm fine with the look of Venom. It's weird that we're not going to have Spider-Man involved in a Venom movie. So I guess it looks strange, but I have high hopes because I think Tom Hardy can do a lot for it. As far as Jurassic World, or what is it, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? I think that's the name of it. I'm not the biggest fan of Jurassic World 1. I think it's fine. I didn't hate it. I just thought it was kind of meh. It was fine at best. I love Chris Pratt. And so I love Bryce Dallas Howard. So I'm looking forward to Jurassic World 2, but I'm going into it with just medium expectations at best. And I'm not going in expecting a Jurassic World 1 or anything like that. I just want it to be kind of fun. That's really all I'm expecting out of it. So thank you for the super chat. Let's see. Rosie O'Donnell as Cad Bane. Good God. If they put the deleted scene of Luke watching the space battle above Tatooine from start of Episode 4 at the end of Rogue One, what would your reaction have been to that? Oh man, that's a great question. That's Observer Dude. That is a fantastic question. I got to think about that one for a minute though. Let me see here. So if they put a deleted scene of Luke watching the space battle above Tatooine from the start of Episode 4 at the end of Rogue One, what would my reaction be? I mean, are we talking about on top of the ending that we got? Well, you're saying it's a deleted scene, so because I had to think about that one for a minute. I don't know. I mean, I guess that would be kind of cool. It's hard to visualize it though. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on that one, really. I do love, now as much as I'm down on Rogue One, I do love the end of Rogue One. I love the end of Rogue One. But I'm not big on deleted scenes in the first place. I very rarely watch deleted scenes. The only reason I watched the deleted scenes from The Last Jedi was just to give you guys a reaction. I don't recall watching the deleted scenes for The Force Awakens, and I typically just don't watch the deleted scenes at all because they are in the film. So I don't try to link them to anything. So would it be cool to see that situation with Luke and Tatooine? It would be cool. It's just not something I necessarily would want. But great question, and thank you for the super chat. Man, okay, so it's Alpho Mar de Tolis. Better if Christopher Nolan direct the Cad Bane movie. I'll be honest, that would be badass. It really would. I mean, I'm not big on Nolan doing a Star Wars movie because I want Nolan continue doing all of these amazing original things, and sometimes I feel like that might be his style and what Star Wars is might clash a little bit because Nolan is very much about doing Nolan stuff. He doesn't really adapt well to pre-existing stuff. That's why with his Batman films, he came in and his Batman films felt like nothing we've ever seen in superheroes before, and it was amazing and it changed the game. But he would have to come into Star Wars and kind of adapt, and I know he's a Star Wars guy, But yeah, I mean, but on the surface, like, I mean, a Cad Bane Star Wars, a solo film with Cad Bane would not have to feel like any other Star Wars movie. It could be gritty, it could be dark, it could have that Batman Begins Dark Knight feel to it. So honestly, yeah, I mean, a Nolan Cad Bane movie might actually be pretty awesome. So that's actually that's a good call right there. What do you guys think about that one? Nolan Cad Bane movie. It would kind of feel like the Batman Begins, you know? That would be pretty cool. R. Kelly, is it me or does Westworld kind of suck this season? I've only seen the first episode of Westworld season 2. It was a little confusing. It was a little hard to grasp and comprehend. And I did plan on watching every other episode throughout the season, but I've gotten to a point where Netflix has ruined me and I really need to just binge everything. So I'm waiting for the season to complete and then I will binge through it all. We need a rated R Star Wars film badly. I don't know if we need a rated. I mean, I would be fine with it if we got one. I've said before that if we got anything rated R Star Wars at this point, I think it would be something like a Netflix original on this new Disney streaming service, which that's going to be interesting. How is Disney with their Disney brand? Because Disney is very protective of the Disney brand when it's branded with Disney. How are they going to put some of these Netflix original style shows on their Disney streaming network that's going to be branded Disney? That will be interesting. But if they were going to ever get a rated R Star Wars story, I would think it would be like in the same way that we're getting the Marvel Netflix films or shows, I mean. And that would be cool. So, check Super Chat. Did I miss a Super Chat? I don't think I did. Oh, Nerd Drama. Got you. My bad. So, Aaron Taylor Johnson as Cad Bane. That's a good call. Nerd Drama. My bad for missing that. That's a good call. Very nice. I could go with that. I could go for that. So, let's see. Do I want an Ahsoka Tano movie? That's from Johnny 5. I've mentioned this several times. I would love an Ahsoka movie, but not with Kathleen Kennedy's involvement. Because I just would rather them just leave Ahsoka alone completely and not even just go near Ahsoka at this point. And luckily, Dave Filoni has complete control over Ahsoka, and nobody is going to mess with Ahsoka unless he approves it, which is really good. That's great information because it's the one character Kathleen Kennedy can't destroy at this point. So, a Nolan Ventress movie would be badass. Yes. See, you guys are opening my eyes to different possibilities because as a major Nolan fan, I've always said I wouldn't want a Christopher Nolan Star Wars movie. I guess that really meant I wouldn't want a Christopher Nolan saga Star Wars movie. But if we're talking about going into like the underground with characters like Ventress or Cad Bane, I would totally be on board for a Nolan style film in that respect. That would be cool. Darth Conicus, just want to send my support. Thanks for entertaining me while sitting here at work. Hey man, thank you. Like I said, you guys say that I entertain you. You guys are entertaining me with this chat. I love just seeing the whimsical shit that we come up with to talk about. I love how we can, on 1 minute, talk about pizza, Nintendo games. Next, we're talking about Star Wars. Then we're talking about social justice warriors. We just talk about whatever. You guys are pointing out that I have my Christmas cup here. I love it. You know, there doesn't need to be any rules to these chats. Let's just have fun and go for it. A Nolan Star Trek would be amazing. After what he did with Interstellar and the fact that Star Trek is so psychological, I would love a Nolan Star Trek, no doubt. Not the biggest Star Trek fan. I did watch The Next Generation growing up, thoroughly enjoyed it. I've seen a few of the films. I really love the JJ movies. I know Star Trek fans typically hate the JJ movies. I liked it. So that's the extent of my Star Trek knowledge, though. So I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. So Nolan movie with Plagueis and Palpatine. Good God, that would be amazing. Good God, that would be so good. Oh, my Lord. That would be incredible. You guys are making me happy and sad at the same time. Just thinking about what could have been. What could have been with this Star Wars universe. So frustrating. So, let's see here. Let's see. Hey, Jeremy, the plummeting of Solo want to see Rotten Tomatoes score is insane. 20% in 2 days. I know it. I know it. Voorhees67, Vice Admiral Gender Studies, a Soy Wars story. That would be an utter failure, just like her figure that they're bringing out. And thanks for always being in the super chat, Voorhees. Really appreciate that. You're always supportive. Felix, let's see, Felix Steinhardt. Keep up the good work. Greetings from Germany. Thank you so much, Felix. I really appreciate that. You guys know it just, man, you warm my heart when I hear about people watching from all over the world, all over the country. Just the fact that you guys are spending your time watching me is very important to me, and I'm very thankful for that. And that's why I'm committed to trying to bring you guys just wonderful content. From people like my buddy right here, Ivan. So, Ivan Ortega, let's see, do you think it's time we, the fans, make up our own canon? I'm getting to that point. I really am. But yes, that's why I want to bring guys like Ivan and Jesse and Anna and just people that have passion SC reviews to the channel. Because I want to give you guys great entertainment here at the Geeks and Gamers channel, along with the website and everything else. So, it just means a lot, so thank you so much. So, Only the Truth super chat. Oh, and hello, Stephanie B. You're always here. You're always retweeting me on Twitter, so I appreciate you, Stephanie. You're awesome. Only the Truth, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Would you like to see a non-Disney Malik and Revan Star Wars movie? So when you say non-Disney, I mean, I'm assuming you mean just something where maybe Universal or someone else that just does not operate under the Disney umbrella. And 100%, I'm at the point, again, as a big Disney fan, a massive Disney fan. You see my Walt Disney World 15 years tag right here. I've got my Walt Disney World globe over here. I was married at Walt Disney World. I love Walt Disney World. I love Disney. The fact that I'm so against them touching Star Wars shows how bad it is right now. So, yes, 100%. Nerd Drama says a Peter Jackson Thrawn trilogy, boom. Peter Jackson is one of those guys that he's not quite on the Nolan level for me. But, yes, if he came in and they said, hey, what would you like to do? And he said, I want to do a Thrawn trilogy, and I want nobody to bother me and mess with me. Hand it over to him, because Peter Jackson has already done something so incredible with the Lord of the Rings trilogy that few people have ever pulled off. So I would 100% support that. Let's see. Star Wars fanboy, sorry for super chats, running out of money. Are you okay with me leaving Jamie Costa's fan film link in the comment section of one of your videos? You can. It's going to be hard for me to find it. I tell you what you should do is go find one of our videos, maybe go find the Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze video review that we did. I didn't do the review, my buddy Chris Clow for geeksandgamers.com did the review. Go find that video, drop the link on that one, because hardly anybody watched it, and it'll be easy for me to find the comment there. And don't apologize for super chats and anything like that, man. You're always super supportive in the super chat, so don't spend all your money on the super chat. Anything is helpful, but the fact that anybody's just here having the conversations with me means a lot to me. So let's see. I don't know how to say that name. Synapic Flow. Thank you for the super chat. And Huffington Post, Jonathan Kasdan says Lando is pansexual. Yep, I have a video on this channel. I uploaded it probably about 2 hours ago where I went all in on this terrible, stupid, idiotic story. It's just a disaster. It's an absolute disaster. Why would that, like, when they ask you that question, the proper answer is, what does it matter? Why, like Hollywood Reporter, why, or Huffington Post, what does it matter what his sexuality is? We're trying to tell a story here. We're not, at no point in Empire, at no point in Return of the Jedi, at no point was there anything other than Lando as a ladies' man. That's what he was. He was a ladies' man. He was a smooth operator. He was a ladies' man. And now they're rewriting history because they're trying to tone down the alpha male, the womanizer as they want to make us out to be. And, my God. It's just unbelievable, man. So stupid. So stupid. I really hope this audience score is worse than The Last Jedi. I hope it is. We need to rally together and just, yeah, we need to make it happen. Oh, God. Alrighty. Why are people obsessed with sexuality these days? It's a great question, man. I really don't know. It makes no sense to me. I don't get it. So, Jesus Christ, it's just so depressing that this is where we're at. I remember back in 2012 when Disney bought Star Wars, I was so excited. I was so enthusiastic. And I can't, I could not have imagined we would get to this place. I could not imagine it. Really good chef. Aloha from Kona. I want to see Steve Buscemi as an aging Spider-Man. Oh my God, that is brilliant. No BS. That is brilliant. Steve Buscemi as an aging Spider-Man. I've never heard that before. That is mother effing brilliant. I would support the hell out of that. Dude, that's amazing. That's amazing. Shout out to you. That is goddamn good. Peter Parker, thoughts on Hello Greedo's video about politics and Star Wars? I have not seen that video. I have had that video sent to me at least 200 times. I'm not giving him the satisfaction of me watching it. I did comment below in his comments because someone was like, Geeks and Gamers needs to watch this. And I just commented and I said, I've always been a fan of Hello Greedo. He seems very bitter these days. I don't know why. I wish him and his channel the best. And the most I've said about it is, like, you can go to Social Blade right now. The dude's subs have been dropping for a while. He's lost subs in the past 30 days. He loses subs every day, it seems like. And so he's been taking a lot of shots at channels that are prospering while his is not. And that's a problem. That's something he's got to work out, man. That's something he's got to work out. But I'm not trying to get into this back and forth with these YouTubers that are just super bitter. I'm just trying to shout out YouTubers that I think are doing a good job, even if I don't agree with them. And that's what I'm focusing on right now. So, Micah Mathis, just because you said Lando's pan doesn't mean he is. At any rate, if they go for a Kenobi movie, what are your hopes for it? And Game of Thrones for the win. And I don't know, man. I'm kind of worried what the hell they're going to do with Obi-Wan. I mean, what are they going to do with him now at this point? So again, almost anything, not even almost, anything that's greenlit under Kathleen Kennedy at Star Wars, I'm automatically not going to be excited for it. The exception would be anything Dave Filoni is directly overseeing. But even then, with this new Star Wars Resistance, I'm not that excited for it either. So it's such sad times we live in right now with Star Wars. Such sad times. Alexis Evans, let's see. Hey, what would you change at Star Wars if you had any choice? And who do you think would win in a fight between Vader and Rey? So in reality, obviously Vader would destroy her, but in the Disney Star Wars verse, she would obviously destroy Rey, or she would destroy Vader, because that's just how it has to be. Would I change anything in Star Wars? Man, I mean, that's a difficult question. I've said one of my biggest problems with the prequels that I love and defend is Hayden Christensen in Episode 2, and I'm not trying to pile on Hayden Christensen. He's taken enough grief over the years, and he still takes it to this day. But his performance in Episode 2 is really bad. It's the one thing that really puts Attack of the Clones down at the bottom for me. Not anymore, because Last Jedi has overtaken it, but if I could change anything, I would either recast Hayden Christensen in that movie, or I would get someone that could work directly with him, because we all know George is not good with working with directors or with actors, and we would get him a better script. So that's what I would change. And that's really one of my big glaring flaws right now is his performance in Episode 2. So let's see here. Bruno, I tried to say it earlier. Viosin Clodo. Lando was gay all along in Empire Strikes Back. Jealous of Leia being with Han, he tried to sabotage their couple. Come on, he's wearing a porn stash, you man babies. I don't know if you're trolling or not, but I fundamentally disagree with everything you said. He clearly wanted Leia, and I'm assuming you're being sarcastic. But yeah, he clearly wanted Leia. Let's see. Let me check some of these comments now. And my dinner is almost ready. So my wife has texted me and told me dinner is almost ready. So we'll see how much longer I'm going to be on here. Okay. Let's see. Jeremy, FYI, AMC manager here, pulled Solo from showing times. Also, less than 60 tickets sold for IMAX 3D and Dolby for the entire Friday, Arlington, Texas. That is from Booth Craig 001. Thanks for the insight. That's not shocking at all. It's crazy how little this film is selling tickets, and the interest is just taking a nosedive. And it's just, man, it's awesome to see. I just hope that it follows through with everything that we're anticipating, because there's a potential we could be setting ourselves up for a disappointment, but I'm starting to feel more confident as we get closer to the release date. So, let's see here. Oh, I saw Andrew O. I saw the Nerd Crew, the Han Solo reactions, and it is phenomenal. And if anybody hasn't seen Red Letter Media's The Nerd Crew Han Solo reactions, go watch it right now. It is so damn good. It's perfect. Those guys are perfect. I love them so much. Their sarcasm is amazing. We should get Ethan to join them. Since their sarcasm is on such a level, if we get Ethan Van Sciver to join them on the Nerd Crew, can you imagine that greatness? Could you imagine that greatness? That would be incredible. Very cool. Very cool. You make your wife cook your dinner. I'll bet you keep her barefoot and pregnant too. Hey, I respect women, okay? That's why they're cooking in the kitchen right now. Let's see here. What do I think of the Bohemian Rhapsody movie? That's from Star Wars Fanboy. Man, it's crazy. I didn't even notice who that was. The Star Wars Fanboy still getting another mention. That's awesome. He deserves it with all the super chat. But I haven't looked too far into this I guess it's a Freddie Mercury kind of biography, I guess, is what this Bohemian Rhapsody is. And so, I don't know. Wasn't Sasha, what's his name? Borat? What was Borat's real name? Wasn't he involved with it at some point? And then he was going to play Freddie Mercury. I haven't looked too far into it, though. I don't really have a lot of interest in movies like that. I don't like when they do these retelling of people, these famous people's lives, because they're always these things that didn't happen. Like, for instance, they had that Tupac movie come out, it was a couple years ago. I'm a big Tupac fan. I followed Tupac religiously back in the day when I was like in high school. And I could not stomach watching a Tupac movie because I know so much about Tupac. I just could not deal with it going, none of this is the way this went. So I typically just don't like those types of movies. So, let's see. Yeah, the Tupac movie was crap. I heard it was bad. I heard it was so bad. All right, Observer Dude, spin-off after Revenge of the Sith about a group of Jedi Knights who survived Order 66 and hunted down by Vader and the Empire. Your thoughts? Sounds incredible. And these are the things that they have right. They can do things right now. They can do these things right now with the mythology. They own it. Why are they focused on giving us pansexual Lando when you could do a spin-off after Revenge of the Sith after a group of Jedi Knights who survived Order 66 and are hunted down by Vader and the Empire? That is so cool. Great job on that. But yet we're getting Lando pansexual. That's what they want to give us. God, I'm getting so frustrated. Tom said, what WTF is a pansexual? That's the question I had to ask. I had to literally Google it to find out what it meant when I saw the headline from the Hollywood Reporter. Let's see. They are pandering to the 2% of the population. John Kipola, you are 100% right, sir. They are pandering to the 2%. This is how it always goes. Why would you pander to the 2% when you're pissing off the literally everyone else? It doesn't comprehend up here with me. So let's see. Okay, so I saw there was a question, and I'm looking for it now, where it was basically the teenage girl being a lesbian in Deadpool 2. but I lost it. I think you're asking me what my feelings were on that teenage girl being a lesbian in Deadpool 2, and I haven't heard a whole lot about that. And that's the thing. If I haven't heard a lot about it, if they haven't been pushing it out there and trying to get PC points for it, and it just is part of the story and it works for the story, then that's great. The problem I have with it is when the media wants to shove it in our face and tell us that we have to accept it, and even if it compromises the story. So if it doesn't compromise the story, if it doesn't hurt the story, and if you're not constantly telling me I have to like it simply because of the social implications, I have no problem with it. Let it happen normally. People should not get special treatment for their sexuality. They should just be treated as normal people like anyone else. They should not be highlighted. They should not be disrespected. They should just be treated as a normal person. Whatever you do in the bedroom is your business, and I should not have to give you any proper recognition, and I shouldn't have to give you any proper social treatment because of what you do in the bedroom. And that's how I look at it. So, let's see here. All right, there's a couple super chats I missed. Let me see if I can go back. It's because these people are mentally ill. You know what? You might be onto something right there. The Norwegian guy, speaking of pandering, funny, nobody brings up all the Chinese pandering happening in Hollywood, and the Chinese hate it. Exactly. They do. They get they don't like the fact that people are pandering to them just based on their race and its ethnicity. Nobody really likes that. Nobody does. I don't want anything. Nobody. When you see me, I don't want you to see a white dude. I just want you to see a dude. And you judge me on my opinions and how I treat you. But I don't need to be judged just because of the color of my skin or, you know, what's between my legs. I just judge me for who I am and what I say and do. And if you don't like me, that's cool. You don't have to fucking like me. Just judge me on the things I bring to the table, not the things I can't control. But that never happens. Not in 2018. Everything's identity politics now in 2018. Everything is identity politics. It's so stupid. Stephanie B says, wait, you're white. Exactly. Doesn't matter, right? It shouldn't matter. That's what I'm talking about. You have the right mindset, Stephanie. Hey, Jeremy, is there a Geeks and Gamers Discord or something like that? Yes, let me see if I can. I think I can find my Discord right here on my clipboard. Let me see if I can find it, and I'm going to drop it in the chat. Let's see here. First of all, since I have it, there's our Patreon. So if you guys are interested in dropping us $1 per month on Patreon, we really appreciate that. And then here is our Discord right here. So I just dropped the Discord. Fairly new to Discord, so we're still working that out. And I still need to add people to the Discord. So and I'm hardly ever in the Discord, but some of our team is there. So you'll see us. So okay, if Lando movie comes out, we need a Pondo a Soy Story shirt. And since I have my clipboard here, I might as well, if I can find it. Let's see. No, I must have had it on another clipboard. Let's see. Jeremy, give me all your money. He said so in his hate video. Huh? What? I don't know what you're talking about. There is no need for all this LGBT hate. There are LGBT people who support this channel. That is true. I don't think you should be hating on LGBT people just because you're frustrated with Hollywood shoving their politics down your throats or in our faces. We clearly don't want that. But I can say that we do have people that are LGBT supporters on my team. My community managers, a lot of people. So you shouldn't be blanketly hating on anyone. Focus your negativity towards the people that are pushing the agendas, because those people are the enemies. You can be a supporter of stuff and not be an enemy of that. So, let's see. Oh my gosh, these comments are moving too fast. All right, what's up, Jeremy? Been watching your videos. Love the truthfulness. Thank you, Halo34 Jess 117. I appreciate that. Let's see. Jet Blast 190. Let's see. What about a Thrawn and Chris Edit C spin-off screenplay by Timothy Zahn and directed by Dave Filoni. I am not super familiar with a lot of, or some EU stuff I am super familiar with. That I'm not, and I obviously know who Thrawn is. Yeah, anything with Timothy Zahn and Dave Filoni, because those are two people that understand Star Wars at its core 100%. But I do want to get more involved with some of this EU stuff because, and again, I have knowledge of, I've read the Darth Plagueis novel. I'm currently reading through Ahsoka, which is not technically EU because that's Disney canon, and I know that. But I'm thoroughly enjoying the Ahsoka novel. I've listened to some of the Darth Bane audiobook, and again, audiobooks are the way I go because I go to the beach, ride bike, all that garbage. I do a lot of driving, so I have time for the audiobooks because I'm not a person that can just sit down and read books. That's not me. I'm always having to move. I'm always having to go places. So toss me some recommendations of what I should start out with. Now I have Heir to the Empire, I believe, over here. I have a couple of books with Luke and Mara Jade that I have dabbled into a little bit. So you guys throw me some recommendations. So Thrawn is gay, Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah. I enjoyed Thrawn in Rebels, so 100%. Hang on. All right, there's too many comments, so I'm trying to read here on my phone again. So, Rose Tico. Hey, Jeremy, I just thought you should know that Ruin Johnson trolled Jesse's live stream and talked trash about Mark Hamill. What? What are you talking about? Talking about Ryan Johnson himself? Or was it some Ryan Johnson account? Let's see. Darth Vexus, a Star Wars story. It's a trap. Exactly. So, why do I not like Hello Greedo from Samuel Martin? Who said I don't like Hello Greedo? Where are you listening to this? I have said over and over and over again that I have been a longtime fan of this dude's channel. I've always been a fan of his channel, and until recently, he's become very bitter, and he's turned me off to his channel. So where have you heard that I have said I am not a fan of him? I've said I have been a longtime fan of him, and he has turned me off along with a lot of other people. So try to ask more focused questions and not loaded questions. So I am not happy with him because it seems like he's been taking a lot of shots at me, which is unnecessary. He is someone that's very frustrated with a lot of things, and he's made a lot of underhand comments, and a lot of people seem to think that it was directed in my direction and some other YouTubers like myself. But I have not really said anything negative about him. I've only pointed out the facts that his subs have been dropping, and they are, and the people that he's taking shots at are growing, and that's something he has to work out. So, let's see. Matt Damberg says Ben Swallow is gay and that's why he keeps turning down Rey. Don't you agree, Jeremy? I think Reylo is the worst thing that could have ever been brought into the Star Wars universe from a story standpoint. That's ignoring all the SJW nonsense, but yeah, just the Reylo garbage is just, it's so bad. It's so bad. I want nothing to do with the Reylo nonsense. None. So, let's see here. Hello, Greedo shot first. Yeah, I mean, that's a question you would probably have to ask Hello Greedo. Why do you not like Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers? Because, you know, that's something he's got to answer, not me. So, let's see. Hello Greedo is annoying as hell. I respect like he's a veteran like myself, but I unsubscribe to him. He doesn't seem authentic anymore. That's me, man. Look, I used to share his stuff all the time. I used to tell people about him all the time. I used to share his videos in our Facebook groups. I used to tell people like, hey man, this guy knows Star Wars. He's level-headed. He has high production value. I was always praising this guy. And it's crazy to me that he's just turned in he's so bitter now. And I don't get it. Like, literally, if this dude, he lives in Jacksonville, so I live like 6 hours away. I would literally go sit down and talk to this dude and just like, bro, you got a problem, let's hammer it out. Let's sit down, let's get some Whataburger, and let's figure it out. Like, why are you so bitter? Why are you so angry? That's the type of person I am. I like to just talk like men and figure it out. So, let's see here. Greetings from Middle Earth. Disappointed or happy with the Black Ops 4 announcement? That is from Grim Falcor. I knew I was going to get asked about this. Listen, I'm a sucker for these Call of Duty games every effing time they come out with a trailer. I fall for it every time. And I'm falling for it again because it looks good. Black Ops 4 looks good. I'm probably going to end up being disappointed like I have been for the only Call of Duty I have not been disappointed with in the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 years was World War II, which just recently came out, this past one. So yeah, I mean, Black Ops 4 looks good, and I'm probably going to fall for it again, and I'm fully aware of this at this point. So Stephanie B, Whataburger, that's right. Does it have no campaign? That's right, it doesn't have a campaign, but I'm not a campaign guy when it comes to multiplayer games. It's not a big deal for me. I loved Titanfall 2. I loved Titanfall 1 and 2, which 2 did have a campaign, 1 didn't. So campaigns aren't a big deal for me in FPS games. I'm all about the multiplayer aspect of it, so let's see. But yeah, Stephanie B, Whataburger. That's what I'm talking about. NWO for life, Whataburger. You were talking about Whataburger on my personal channel when I was talking about the pizza, so that's why I thought about Whataburger. I do love me some Whataburger. So, Solo top critics down to 66%. Nice. Sam Crow, is that like from Sons of Anarchy? Shout out, that's from Sons of Anarchy. I'm a big Sons of Anarchy fan. Sam Crow says, hey Jeremy, I've recently started watching your videos. I really enjoy your videos and think you make great points about Kathleen Kennedy. She needs to go ASAP. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much for those comments, and shout out for being a Sam Crow fan. Brian Loeffler says, your channel has quickly become my YouTube go-to. Keep being real. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Austin Fisher says, Titanfall. Titanfall. Do I have Titanfall over here? I have some games that I was going to talk to you guys about. Yes. So, Titanfall. I have Titanfall 1 and 2 sitting here. Love these effing games. I love them. I love the mechanics. I love everything about Titanfall. So, I'm a huge, huge Titanfall fan. Let's see. Greetings from Montreal. Thank you for that. That is amazing that you're from Montreal watching. So cool. Wampa Lives Matter. Star Wars fanboy. Thank you for the super chat. Jeremy recommends the New Jedi Order books, Death Troopers Legacy of the Force, Bloodlines, Great Boba Fett Growth, the New Jedi Order Apocalypse Tales from Jabba the Hutt, Rogue Squadron, Burger Factory. Thank you, Star Wars fanboy. I will screenshot that right now, and I will note all of that. So Titanfall 2 is great. Yes, it is. Titanfall 2 is fantastic. Disney News, Greedo, Akbar, Boba Fett, they will be pansexual. It wouldn't surprise me at this point. It's such a joke. Let's see, Brobeans 1979, Jeremy, good evening from Indiana. Thank you. Julian Dunand. I think that's how, or Dunnand. I'm in Paris, about to hit the sack. Thank you for watching from Paris. That's incredible. One day I hope to go to Paris, but thank you for watching and thank you for your support. Jeremy, a Carnage movie versus Venom would be cool. Joseph Butler, you're damn right it would. Just to see Carnage on the big screen would be incredible. So is Star Wars dead without Luke Skywalker? Yeah, I mean, Star Wars could survive without Luke Skywalker if Luke Skywalker was given a proper send-off. So, is Star Wars dead without Luke Skywalker getting a proper send-off? Yes, I think so. Because he wasn't honored properly. And that's a problem. Greetings from Trinidad. Thank you so much. That's from YL1974. Let's see. Let Star Wars die. Forget about it if you have to. We're almost at that point. We are almost at that point. Let's see. Out of all the things I dislike with the new Star Wars movies, Lando being pansexual is the least of the issue. It literally doesn't change anything. It's not that it changes anything. It's that it changes. Well, it does change things, though. That's the point. First of all, now you're looking at it thinking Lando was just this smooth operator, ladies' man, and it's almost like he's just It changes everything about those interactions with Leia. Also, it changes the future, because if Solo is a success, they're going to make this Lando movie and they're going to turn him into this bisexual being, when no one's sexuality should be a thing at all. It just shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be a focus. It shouldn't be highlighted. It shouldn't be celebrated. It shouldn't be demonized. It should just not be a thing. Just tell the story, and whatever complements the story, complements the story. The problem is Disney has a clear agenda here. A clear agenda. If they didn't, then Jonathan Kasdan would not have even answered the question. He would have been, well, why does the sexuality matter? He said it because he wanted people to have this in their head, because they want to see how are people going to respond to it, because they clearly want to move forward with this story and make sexuality a part of his story, and that is BS. So that's how I see it. But Roxy Hart, I respect where you're coming from. I really do. And I mean, no disrespect to come at you like that. Just that's my stand on it. So Star Wars fanboy, Burger Factory is in Pensacola. Great food. You know, I have not, and Burger Factory is in Pensacola. I have not eaten it yet, but if it's a good burger place and you're recommending it, I will go tomorrow. I'll go to Burger Factory tomorrow, and I'll bring you guys a review. How about that? Burger Factory review. Probably do it on my personal channel, though. So, over on D-Day Cobra. Let's see. Jeremy, do you watch anime? Watch Gundam? No, I don't. The only anime I've ever watched is Ninja Scroll. I watched Ninja Scroll a long time ago. Thoroughly enjoyed it. But we do have an anime team that we're working on developing our anime channel. And so more anime coverage from Geeks and Gamers is coming. It just won't be from me. So, Roxy, that's no problem. Thank you for hearing me out. And like I said, it's all about, it's all about respect. But no, seriously, I mean, I know we joke about that, but if you come at me and you disagree with me, it's all about how you step to me. So if you step to me and you're like, hey, here's my points for why I disagree with you, then we can have a conversation. But if somebody steps to me and they're a dick, well, I can be a bigger dick. It's that simple. You hit me once, I'll hit you twice. You hit me twice, I'll hit you 4 times. That's just my mentality. But you don't hit me at all, I don't have to hit you back. Warlord. Wait, let me make sure. I think I missed another one. Let's see. Gosh, so many comments. I'm trying, guys. Jeremy, what do we do when Rian Johnson's trilogy is ushered in by Kathleen and the SJWs? He has already caused extreme division with just one movie. I'll tell you right now, I still feel like if Solo underperforms massively, like we hope it does, I think Rian Johnson's trilogy may get canceled, and they will come up with a BS reason. They'll come up with something. But there's so much uncertainty moving forward with Star Wars. If Solo is a failure, there will be so much uncertainty moving forward with Star Wars. I said this in my video earlier. A message will be sent with Solo. The message will either be that we are fed up and we're not going to take it and Disney's going to listen to us, or we don't matter anymore and Star Wars is not for us and they're going to be successful no matter what. That's what's going to happen. That's why this movie's so important. That's how I'm looking at it. So Mike W says, greetings from Cardiff. Thoughts on the Benioff and Weiss project? Cautious optimism from me. Would love to see them do something in the Old Republic. And a lot of people are looking for the Old Republic era to be covered by Benioff and Weiss. And I think that's the logical standpoint. And I'm sorry for my notifications. They're going off like crazy. But that's the logical standpoint for them to go. And I'm excited for it just because Benioff and Weiss and what they've done with the Game of Thrones. But I just have to preface it every time. Everything with Star Wars involving Kathleen Kennedy is kind of something that has this dark evil cloud over it. And it's hard for me to get excited for it. Let's see. You're still the smoothest, Lando. All right, so I've been on for about an hour. My dinner is ready, so 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes, guys. So let's do 10 more minutes. So I'm trying to go back because I missed a lot of comments, and I just want to make sure there's no good questions I could tackle real quick. I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body. Okay. All right. Let me unload this one. Okay. Simon Sykes. Hi, geeks and gamers. What is this shit I hear about Cobra Kai being nothing more than a publicity stunt produced by Will Smith, as Jaden Smith is about to begin filming Karate Kid 2? I haven't heard that, so I'll have to look into that one. Is that has that been going around? If somebody can shoot me one of those articles on Twitter and just tag me at D-Day Cobra, I would like to look a little more into that. That would be interesting. So, god dang, I love Cobra Kai. I love it so much. I want to watch it again. By the way, this one, I'm going to be interested to see how the chat responds to this one, okay? So, how do you guys feel about Riverdale on CW? What is the response to Riverdale? I would like to know. Because I watched Riverdale season 1 and I freaking loved it. So, what do you guys think about Riverdale? Let's see. You never heard of Riverdale? It's based off the Archie comics. Man, none of you know what it is. That's crazy. Okay. Let's see. Sorry if I worded that weird. Great channel, man. No problem, Warlord 25100. Okay, so Riverdale is amazing. Want to see it. What's up, Jeremy? Good evening. Good God, the comments are moving so fast. Our Cobra Kai attitude about not seeing Solo. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Damn right. Damn right. Man, you guys are like... I knew the chat would go crazy over Riverdale. I like Riverdale. I watched season 1 and I like it. The point I was trying to make was that the second season is going to hit Netflix soon, and I'm interested in watching it. I don't know where Corey is at, Stephanie. I don't know. That's interesting. We haven't seen Corey Lowe in the comments trolling me tonight. So... what is my opinion of Michael Fassbender as Thrawn? I think that's fantastic casting. Fantastic casting. Michael Fassbender as Thrawn. Fantastic casting. Man, that's good. That's really good. Corey in the house. Bye, Jeremy. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you, 0102 or 001002. I appreciate that. Jeremy, do you ever want to try in making a fan film, a Star Wars fan film? It's a possibility. I've thought about it. If the opportunity came about and the resources were there, if someone wanted to fund the project, yeah, I mean, it's not something I've thought about, deeply thought about, but if the opportunity was there, I'm all for it. I am the type of person where if any opportunity presents itself, I'm at least going to look into it, and I'm really good at bringing really smart people together and working a project and leading that project. Like I have a lot, like Geeks and Gamers is ran by smarter people than myself. I'm just good at delegating and bringing those people together. But there's much smarter people than me working on Geeks and Gamers. So let's see. The Mr. Pete channel, welcome back to, sir, by the way. Not to sound like a dick, but you should put a timer on. You talking about on the live chat? So like how long I'm going to be on? Is that what you're saying? Can I do that? I mean, again, I'm fairly new to the live chat stuff, so if I can do a timer, I would look into that. So that's not being a dick, by the way. Anytime you're offering suggestions or helping me learn more about what we can do to make this process better for everyone, I'm all for it listening. So, opinion on Star Wars Theories Vader fan film. I don't really have an opinion on it other than the fact that I've said it a few times, but I have an open invitation from Star Wars Theory to appear in his fan film, so I'm excited about that, and that will happen. Obviously, that's a long ways away, but yes, I will be involved with that fan film from my boy Star Wars Theory. He and I have become pretty good friends over the past few months, and looking forward to watching that project develop. So if you guys have been watching that unfold, please do all you can to support it, because it's really exciting. So let's see here. Observer Dude, Jeremy, could you quickly share any ideas you have on what the story for an Obi-Wan movie should be? I've never really thought about what the story should be. You know, clearly there's a lot. That's an open-ended situation with what happened after Revenge of the Sith and in between A New Hope. We've seen little pieces of that within Rebels, which was incredible. I wonder if they're going to respect. The problem is right now, I don't want to have, like, right now with an Obi-Wan movie. Just the thought of it right now scares me because of what they just did with Lando, and so as much as I want an Obi-Wan movie, the thought of what they could do to Obi-Wan terrifies the hell out of me. I can't believe they actually did this with Lando. But that's what scares me about it. But I haven't really thought about it much. But I'll have to put more thought into that, and I can follow up with you on a future live stream. But it's a great question. And what I can't figure out is how we have Ewan McGregor in his prime, and he wants to do this film, and we still haven't greenlit it. Now, that's a double-edged sword because I kind of don't want it greenlit. So, yeah, good question, and I'm sorry I don't have a better answer for you. It's just I've never really thought about it. There's such an open-ended opportunity. There's so much storytelling. I don't want there to be a lot of fan service to it. I want it to be a true story without any of these nods and any of these little winks and everything like that. And I feel like there will be a lot of nods and winks, which it sounds like that's what they did with this Solo movie, with a lot of nods and winks and a lot of like, hey, you know this, hey, you know that. Like, just tell me a story, a good story without any agendas and without any nods and winks. Just tell me a good story. That's why, yeah, I mean, you can say the Clone Wars had nods and winks, and maybe it clearly did. But the thing that the Clone Wars did is it took that prequel era and it expanded it so much, and it made it so much bigger, and it flushed it out so much more. And when you watch the prequels, as much as I love them, you don't get that Anakin Obi-Wan dynamic. Like, they're fine in the movies, they're fine, but you don't get that close bond. That's what the Clone Wars does for you, is it strengthens that bond between Obi-Wan and Anakin so strong. So when you get to Revenge of the Sith and you see that you were my brother Anakin, and when you see Obi-Wan, you see what Anakin did, you feel that so much more after you've seen the Clone Wars. And the Clone Wars, that's what I want to see from an Obi-Wan movie, is don't give me like the winks and the nods. Open the universe up to me more. Expand on Obi-Wan's character. Show me all of that time that he spent, I guess, on Tatooine the entire time. Show me all of that. Expand it. Don't just give me the safe point by points that you think that you should tell, and don't make him a tranny, because that's probably what they would want to do. So all right, let's see. All right, I am almost out of time. I'll work on the timer thing in the future. So you guys know the drill. What's the drill? Tell me where you're at. Tell me where you're watching from as we wrap this bad boy up. Love you all. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining the chat. You make my night better every single time we do this. We got Wisconsin. We got Florida. We got the moon. We got England, UK, Wisconsin, Portugal, Texas, Wisconsin, Michigan, Kansas, Denmark, UK. I'm going to slow it down. Wisconsin, Cali, Motown, USA, Hoth, Kansas, UK, California, Portugal, Iowa, Michigan, Detroit, Finland, Anaheim, Ireland, Brazil, Asheville, North Carolina, Florida, Dustbin, Pennsylvania again, buy all, kill me. Why would, or Canto Bite, kill me. Texas, Mars, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Washington, New Jersey, Louisiana, Pennsylvania, Anaheim, Ohio, much love, Missouri, Michigan, California, Netherlands, Canada, Maryland, Idaho, Paris, California, Montreal, Toronto, Canada, Texas, Tatooine, Houston, Texas, West Virginia, Jakku, Kansas, Czech Republic, Melbourne, Massachusetts, Trinidad, Anaheim, Sweden, Albuquerque, Mustafar, South Carolina, On the John, Texas, Buffalo, New York, Canada, Mustafar, Argentina, Washington State, North Carolina. All right, man, you guys are amazing. Thanks so much. You guys have a great night, and see you tomorrow with some new videos. Talk to you later. You're the best.